Happy New Year 2022 to everyone, and welcome to this edition of the CleverTap Quarterly. As usual, at CleverTap Quarterly, you will see the latest innovations on product. Almost more importantly, you will see our customers, experts in the industry, sharing best practices and practical tips on how they have achieved growth and improved user retention. All of this should help you drive positive results in your own business. This time, though, I want to welcome you by briefly sharing our own CleverTap's positive story. CleverTap has been on an incredible journey that is about 8 years in the making. Anand Jain, Suresh Kondamudi, and I started CleverTap with a vision to provide technologies and innovation to help brands build stronger customer relationships. This vision has given us a global stage to perform at. And despite areas that need to be improved on, I really feel proud of what we've accomplished in a relatively short period of time. About $50 million of committed annual recurring revenue, or ARR, in less than 6 years of monetization. More than 120% overall net retention rate, or NRR, which is even higher at more than 140% of NRR if we slice it for our enterprise customers. More than 1,000 paying customers across 5 continents, powering more than 10,000 apps in various app stores. More than 70% gross margin, and profitable and cash flow positive today. Probably the first company in our category and size to have achieved this. Every day, our customers touch more than 1 billion people through our platform. And that is the greatest achievement of them all. This has also been an incredibly satisfying journey just because the problem of user retention is an extremely difficult problem to solve. And being an engineer and a problem solver at heart, I'm extremely proud to say that CleverTap is now beautifully emerging into becoming a holistic retention cloud solution for the industry. Let me tell you 3 reasons why. Number one, CleverTap is the only platform out there that allows you to use massive amounts of user data. First party user data to start with. Base bottom line is that you can use all the user data you want to use. There are no practical limits on things like look back period, no practical limits on how many user actions or how many user properties per action that you want to track and use. CleverTap also allows you to upload business data like your content catalog, your product catalog, the list of restaurants that you service, and so on. And we use this business entity data to match the best one with the right user at the right time. Number 2 reason, CleverTap is also the only platform that allows you to engage users when they are not in your apps. This is via messaging, but also when they are in your apps via deep personalization and unique product experiences that you create per user or per segment of users. So it's not only the right message on the right channel for every user, but also different page layouts and components for every user. Different menu items, buttons, navigation elements for every user, depending on who they are and what they've done within your apps. So magically, a pay now button shows up on the home page for a user because her telephone bill is due in 3 days. Or a check-in now button shows up on the day of your flight. And finally, number 3 reason is that CleverTap brings you a truly sophisticated automation platform. Automation to schedule engagement, like on weekends or on a national holiday. Automation to trigger engagement dynamically, trigger based on user activity, like a purchase made, trigger based on a user specific date, like her birthday or a bill due date, trigger based on business events, like launch of a new product or a new movie or a new episode in a series that a user is watching. Trigger based on external events, like when temperature in New York City goes below freezing or a flight that a user is on gets delayed. Finally, automation to snooze, remind your users based on individual preferences per reminder. So remind me after 2 days, remind John after 5 days for a bill to be paid or a deal or a coupon to be redeemed. And you can do all of this engagement with 100% automated content using our recommendations engine if you want to. If you really think about it, on a softer, maybe more intuitive side, user retention is all about making each user feel special and feel that our apps know the person well. And based on that knowledge, our apps are able to create not only relevant, but almost like magical and special experiences for each user using behavior data and lots of it, using a combination of messaging and personalization seamlessly, using automation to dynamically schedule, trigger, to remind, and using automated content across both personalization and messaging, content that's generated using machine learning algorithms and really optimized for every user. You can truly create these special, magical experiences. This is what CleverTap enables today, and this is really exciting. CleverTap is the foundation of the world's first user retention cloud. On more of the metrics and measurement side, the one key metric that CleverTap enables for you to improve is your customer lifetime value. To improve customer lifetime value, we strongly recommend focus on two simple leading indicators. One is your monthly retention rate or MRR, and the second are your key conversion rates. By focus, really, and by planning all your user engagement activities, messaging, personalization, around improving monthly retention rate and around improving your key conversion rates, you're well on your path to improve your customers' lifetime value. Many of our customers, across business verticals, in fact, across geographies, have doubled their customer lifetime value in less than 12 months of using the platform. So in case you use CleverTap today, but you're unsure of these metrics, I invite you to get in touch with your customer success manager to learn a little more and see how you can drive these numbers up. There is simply a lot more innovation to come in the future too. And you will hear about some of these key, especially product themes of innovation at this event when Anand and our product managers are on stage. Net, overall, CleverTap is ready to grow and to scale in 2022 and beyond. We will be actively looking at acquisition opportunities to bring different pieces of the user retention cloud to you much faster. We have significantly strengthened our leadership team over the past quarter or so. About 3 months ago, we announced the appointment of Vikrant Chaudhary as our first ever Chief Growth Officer. Vikrant brings a lot of expertise and forward thinking to CleverTap through 25 years of experience in leading hyper-growth teams at multiple global companies. Anand, my fellow co-founder and partner in crime, has taken over as our Chief Product Officer. And this is simply our commitment to continue to innovate on product with our very initial founding vision and direction. And more recently, we announced Siddharth Malik as our global CEO. Siddharth has excelled at leading teams across sales, across marketing, customer success, HR, finance, and operations at multiple prior roles in his career. You will surely get to meet both Vikrant and Siddharth, in fact, Anand, if you haven't met him so far, at different forums, including one-on-one conversations through this year. With Siddharth at the helm to lead us through these next stages of growth, I now have a new job at CleverTap. I have taken on the role of Executive Chairman to focus on long-term strategic direction and initiatives that so far we simply have not had the bandwidth or the mindset to actively pursue. Of course, I'll be supporting the management team and all of you, our customers, as required. But putting some founder energy into things like inorganic growth, getting more inputs, feedback, intelligence from our customers, from the market, from other industry experts will significantly help in the value that we are able to provide and bring to you. All of these pieces are part of the same ambitious plan to shift CleverTap into the next orbit and to just bring phenomenal value to our employees, to you, our customers, and to our investors. With a lot of confidence and optimism, I look forward to these next steps of our journey ahead at CleverTap. Once again, welcome to 2022, and I invite you in to strap in for an exciting ride ahead. I'd now like to welcome Anand to the stage for a look inside product at CleverTap.